Building inspector. What's this called? Darth Vader. The death. Inspector's eyes look up from his clipboard. The health star. Oh, god dang it. I can imagine that happening. In Robot Chicken, probably. After big jewel heist. We did it! We got away. Everything went to plan. Me, holding my grappling hook I didn't get to use. Yeah, it was okay, I guess. Wasn't that a running gag in a show? Or a movie? Where someone really wanted to use their grappling gun or hook or whatever, but they couldn't? Just watched a man at a bar in Penn Station order 2 martinis, pay for them, promptly pour them into an empty Evian bottle, and then walk out, all while Billy Joel's Uptown Girl played on the jukebox. Happy holidays. Now that right there is how you break the rules like a true, what would the word be? Not man, not patriot. What am I thinking of here? You know what? I'll see if I can come back around to it later. Y'all ever hear noises in your house and act like you didn't just hear noises in your house? Yeah, because I'd like to stay a little more sane, you know? I don't need to feel scared in my own home. That's happened bad enough a couple of times where I left. I went, screw it. If there's someone in here, they can take whatever they want. I'll come back when the house is emptied out. I'll be convenient for this person. My son on why Caleb is his best friend at kindergarten. He doesn't really speak English, so we can skip all the talking and just get right to the karate. Aha! That is how true friendships are born. Karate. The fact I gotta train 3 to 5 days a week to keep my body at moderately broken, while my cat can sleep all day and do parkour with ease is a crime. No, I don't think it's a crime. I think they're just significantly smaller than you and have 2 extra legs. My husband just asked me, in the kindest voice, if I wanted some water. And I said, you know, I'd love some water. And I turned around and he was carrying the dog's water bowl to her. Reader, he was not asking me if I wanted water. That seems to happen a lot between husband, wife, and dog. There's always a point where the husband says something, the wife assumes it was meant for them, and then they realize it was for dog. It's an interesting bit of internet comedy. Scarborough Council has canceled its New Year's Eve fireworks because there's a walrus having a kip on the front, which is possibly the finest story of 2022. No, not to end on the finest story of 2022. I did hear a little bit about this. I thought it was quite funny. And cute, of course. I don't know why I drew him. What do you mean you don't know why? I'm not even the one that did this, and I know exactly why you drew him. He's a basketball. So, we all grew up thinking these chocolates were crazy expensive? Yeah, that's what I assumed. I mean, those weird commercials that they had for him definitely made him seem like they would be ridiculously expensive, right? I think a whole generation just made that assumption. Apologies to all for apparently ruining every photograph at the launch of Poetry Ireland Review 138 last night. With the benefit of hindsight, I can see that huddling up beside the sound equipment like some little mustache-twirling goblin was, in fact, not very discreet at all. I don't see how you ruined anything by being the sound goblin in the corner. I think it's great. I think you did a great job. Programming is chaotic magic. There are no rules. You ask a game dev, can the player summon a giant demon that bursts from the ground in an explosion of lava? And they'll say, sure, that's easy. And then you'll ask, can the player wear a scarf? And they'll go, ugh. Now, why in the world would that be? No, really. Oh, hey, there's a large cherry picker outside the window where I'm recording this. You think I should ask them for their opinion on this particular Twitter meme? What do you think? Cat vampire? Let me in. Me? Okay. You fool. Now I will suck your blood. Closes door. Let me out. In 3rd grade, we had a prison guard do a scared straight speech. And we asked what the prisoners ate. He said, nothing good. McDonald's burgers. And when he saw our faces light up, he said, yeah, but imagine that 3 times a week. That was when he lost control of the room. They get to eat McDonald's burgers 3 times a week? Is that as often as you feed them? Good God, man. People be like, I love winter, from their living room, under a heated blanket with some cozy socks on, sipping hot tea. No, go outside and like it. Let's see. You know, I'm on my last full day here in Finland, and I can safely say that while Colorado and Washington get super cold, and I'm sure there are a couple of states that get colder because everybody who lives anywhere likes to think, oh, you haven't experienced real heat/cold until you've been here. But I can safely say that in Finland, this is one hell of a winter. It got a little warmer today. Now it's slushy. And I think I'm going to be flying home just before it goes back to being 12 feet of snow and blistering wind. Ugh. A married couple with no kids just asked my wife and I to go out for drinks at 9:30 tonight. They did it with a straight face, too. Oh, that's great. Why do you feel proud about that, or like what? I don't understand. My son got a face tat. Go ahead and bottle feed. It doesn't matter. All right, but what's the face tattoo? No, what is it? People from Wyoming are in my mentions insulting me for dissing their state yesterday, and I'm just imagining them furiously riding a horse to a McDonald's in Utah just so they could get Wi-Fi and tweet at me. I have driven through Wyoming at least, 10 times in my life? From top to bottom, not east to west. I don't know why I said top to bottom and not north to south. It doesn't matter. I've driven through that place, and this tweet is correct. I don't know how in the world anybody out there lives, but I'm sure the ones that do find it more than okay. Sick of people calling everything in crypto a Ponzi scheme. Some crypto projects are pump and dump schemes, while others are pyramid schemes. Others are just standard issue fraud. Others are just middlemen skimming off the top. Stop glossing over the diversity in the industry. Yes, please, there are so many different scams at work in crypto. And NFTs, whatever's left of that garbage. Left milk and cookies out for Santa last night, but Neil deGrasse Tyson broke in and ate them instead. He told my nephew that reindeer lack the proper aerodynamics to pull a flying sleigh, and then he kicked my dog. I find Neil deGrasse Tyson's actually tweets definitely plenty annoying, but I'm glad he's not actually nefarious and mean. At least, not that I've seen. Good morning to everyone except people who set 12 alarms that wake everybody up but them. Well, I do it, but I have my own bedroom, so if that wakes anybody else up, I'd be really confused. Taco Bell is the only fast food place I roll up to with no ordering game plan. I let the menu speak to me. The bell will tell me what I need. My mouth may be moving, but I'm just the instrument of a supreme design. No, I've got an order at Taco Bell, dude. Very specific order. 2 5-layer burritos and a Crunchwrap Supreme. And if I'm feeling super crazy, 47 5-layer burritos and 3 Crunchwrap Supremes. And then maybe a Baja Blast. You know what I mean? Why do I keep asking that? I've never said, you know what I mean, before until this week. What am I? God, I'm losing it. Breaking. According to a new Netflix press release, Wednesday has been viewed to completion at least 15 times by every man, woman, and child on the planet. Some dogs, too. The total is 700 trillion hours of viewing time. Also, Wednesday has been canceled effective immediately. Oh, I love this tweet because it definitely comes about a month or so before Inside Jobs cancellation. I don't even think they were able to finish season 2 or something like that, right? Sad. Sure, the show was a little on the nose and trying too hard in a lot of ways, but I enjoyed the hell out of it, and it was good fun. But you know Netflix, kinda like Fox, if it's not an instant, global, universal-wide cultural phenomenon sensation, it's not going to last more than one season. And for some strange reason, Loudmouth is renewed for what, its 6th? I don't get it, man. I don't like it here. The Netflix generation has got to chill. Today, a spider was hanging from the ceiling, and my students noticed it but continued to take notes and pay attention to my presentation. That's how amazing I am at classroom management. I'm kidding, it was absolute chaos. Students screamed until I caught it. Did you? Did you catch it and release it, or did you eat it? You know, eating it to maintain dominance within your classroom. The biblical flood was bad for any non-ark-based land animals, as well as all freshwater flora and fauna. But it would have been an incredible boon for all ocean-dwelling creatures, perhaps even showing favoritism. Have we considered the possibility that God may be an octopus? I mean, out of all the forms a god could take, an octopus would be a pretty cool one. You can't lie. You can't deny. It makes sense, right? Teenage Mutant Ninja Pixels. Where's the rat? Turn your screen off. You know, I like dbrand. I don't like the sticker products that they make because I'm terrible at doing them. Even with following their directions, I ruin it every time. But there's something about a company that is outwardly screw you to everyone that's great because they're still quite successful. I especially love that their stupid brand deal with Linus Tech Tips has them verbally abusing him on the regular. But hey, they pay for the privilege, right? Angriest I've ever been in my life. Okay, sounds good. Well, yeah, you gotta maintain your composure sometimes, right? You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch, was the original diss track. Every line is just devastating. Yeah, but the Grinch doesn't seem to mind, and to my recollection, he never had a track to get back at Thurl Ravenscroft. Was it Ravenscroft or Ravencroft? I don't know. His name was Thurl, all right? You know, Tony the Tiger. I mean, come on. Just had a mental image of someone firing a gun into an envelope, trapping the bullet in it, mailing it to someone they hate. They open the letter, and the bullet flies out and hits them between the eyes, killing them instantly. That is such a Looney Tunes-ass Bugs Bunny gag, and I'm surprised I've never seen it before. OSHA inspector walking into Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. What the f***? Come on, man. The Oompa Loompas know what they're doing. They're probably the ones that requested it be made that way, because it's easier for them. When I was 14, my two oomps had a crush on each other, so I made a group chat, told them they had feelings for each other, and left. They started dating shortly after that, and we kind of drifted. And now 6 years later, I just found out they're engaged, and I want to cry. Look at that. It's your fault. All of it comes back to you. I was perusing an obscure government photo archive, and they were caught. Dang it! Their operation almost went off without a hitch. And then the flashlight turned on. Haven't gone back to the gym since I kept using my phone and someone asked me if it's Fingers Day. No, it's mind your own goddamn business day. How about that? How about that? You know what I'm saying? Leave me alone. Don't talk to me. Don't touch me. I will scream. My dad couldn't work out why all the cars behind him, on his way to get his rear light fixed, were pissing themselves laughing. Wait, what? Hold on. Oh, that's why. Your light is an animal. What was the celebration restaurant your family ate at when you were a child that you didn't realize was not, in fact, a 5-star establishment until you became an adult? Ours was Cece's Pizza. Oh, a pizza buffet. Ooh, yeah. Ours was, I want to say, Olive Garden. Yeah, I used to think that place was pretty fancy as a kid, and then as an adult, you know, now if I ever go, I'm just going to eat the breadsticks. Yes, I'll have 5 orders of breadsticks, please. Everyone else can have their crappy, goopy lasagna. I'm going to have bread, because it's the only thing worth it. The suffix "ussy" is the 2022 American Dialect Society Word of the Year. Read the full press release here. Again, being in Finland, I've had such a good time with Finnish words ending in "ussi," but without a Y. It's usually an I, right? Like, whenever a bus drives by, I get ecstatic. I'm sorry, it's fun. Do you guys remember those dear drop everything and read days in elementary school where you'd come in your pajamas and bring a pillow and all the tables would be pushed up against the walls and you'd really just read basically the entire school day? I want to host a party like that. Hey, no, I don't remember that at all. Okay, so I think we need to have a little moment in the comments, all right? And when this video is released, come tweet at me about the drop everything and read bit in this video because I need to see what happens. I want to see how many of you had this at your schools, in elementary school or primary school or wherever you are. I never had anything like this. It sounds fire as hell, though. I think we've all had the Scholastic Book Fair, but this is important. I need to find out. So make sure to leave a comment down below on this video and come tweet at me that it's time. I want to see the results of this real bad. Be kind, rewind. The first look at Melissa Fumero and Randall Park in Netflix's upcoming blockbuster series. This is like Hannibal Lecter wearing the face of his victim. Yeah, that's a little weird, and it was canceled immediately to my knowledge. I think it got its first season, no one liked it, and ba-boom! Seen on a walk around the neighborhood. Ladies, what's your makeup routine? I'm looking for a new foundation, preferably liquid but still matte. And now that the men have stopped reading We Riot at Midnight, oh my god, no. My child is desperately wiggling a loose tooth so she can force Santa and the Tooth Fairy to meet and fight. I bet that plan's gonna go off without any issue whatsoever. Although, while we're thinking about it, who do you think would win in a fight, Santa or the Tooth Fairy? I think most people would have Santa because of the bulk and the extra magic, I guess, but the Tooth Fairy might have an edge in, no, not speed either. Hold on a minute here. I was leaving Kroger and this woman outside with her baby in a stroller was asking for money. I was about to give her some. This man yells out, "Don't give her ass no money, that baby ain't real." Then he runs over and kicks the stroller. I'll be damned, baby wasn't real. She yelled, "Damn you, Gary." Shout out to Gary. He the scam police. Oh my god, what if that guy was actually the crazy psycho and the baby was real? The story would have gone a significantly worse direction. You can't un-Scooby-Doo what's already been Scooby-Done. Yeah, like the fantastic live-action movies. Freddie Prinze, I'm sorry that the industry treated you like I want you back, dude. You're awesome. Shaquille O'Neal has defended his appearance in ads for the collapsing cryptocurrency firm FTX, saying, I don't understand crypto. You know what? Let him off the hook. Yeah, he's making money. Just reading a script, dude. Who gives a crap? I'm sorry, who cares? Oh my god, I just realized that tall people would have been the height of a short person at some point of their lives, but short people will never be the height of a tall person. Yeah, they will. Every time they, I don't know, step on a stepping stool, a stepladder, stairs, escalator. My girlfriend's shorter than me, but if she's on the escalator stairs one above me, she's right at my height, so she gets to experience what it's like. I think the dumbest thing about Twitter is how the screenshots of my tweets do better on other platforms than the tweets themselves. That does happen, well, constantly. My one viral tweet that I had, my one crazy viral tweet, didn't get copied by anyone, and I gotta say, it kinda hurt. But to be fair, it was a video, but I was still expecting some people to download it and re-upload it somewhere else, so it kinda hurt. It wasn't stolen at all. Whoever filled out a cougar sighting report and wrote your mother under the description, drop your we just want to talk. Oh no. How long has your mother been missing? Sir, you're a doctor. Yeah? So? Emo band lyrics. I'm crashing down, falling apart. You're not here, it still breaks my heart. Emo band song title. Maybe the jet ski investments weren't such a great idea. Like every The Cure song ever. Okay, not really. They're still strange though. My son just turned to me and goes, "You look like a minion." How do I come back from this? To be fair to your son though, it looks like you purposefully dressed like a minion. Maybe you had no idea what you were doing, but it felt like you did. Okay, but how freaking tight was it rearranging your room when you were younger and it feeling like a different space? And you'd show your parents and they'd be like, wow, very nice. And then you'd be like, frick yes, new room, new me. I mean, I still do this into adulthood, dude. Every now and then you just gotta change it up. It's good for your mental health. I'm sure glad cockroaches are just nasty insects and not STDs. Oh, dude, please don't say things like that. Please don't do that. I'm tired of being the only one who cleans, pays all the bills, cooks every day, and does dishes in this house. I'm the backbone of this family. I live alone, but still. No, I got you. Edgar Allan Poe is one of my favorite authors because he perfectly portrays the 5 human emotions: loss, grief, unrequited love, burying your enemy alive in a cellar, and being scared shitless by a bird. I don't know what it is about birds, but we all have to be secretly scared of them, right? The clearest image of Jupiter ever taken. Very crisp image. I can practically see the institute where I studied how to be stupider. Oh yeah, those were great years. I hate how adult animation is just animation but uglier art style and we can say now. Why do you think so many of us watch the shows that are meant for kids? Because the people that were writing them grew up feeling this exact same way. Like, take Alex Hirsch, for instance. While Gravity Falls, yeah, is a kid's show, it's really not. And I've been running into a lot of people lately that are obsessed with Bluey. It's the same thing that happened with My Little Pony. Okay, it's not the same thing that happened with that. That was a different deal entirely. But you know what I mean, right? I do hate that there has to be an adult animation. I guess that was one thing that was kind of off about, oh god, Inside Job. Maybe one thing. Maybe the one thing that really bugged me about it was it did try a little too hard to be obviously adult, but still, it was fun, right? Roommate is blasting the Nutcracker on vinyl because he says the Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies is, and I quote, a straight freaking banger. What, you think they're wrong? Because they're not. Bro, just come skiing with me. Lift tickets cost $150 per day and you can rent skis for another $50. And you can get a lesson for another $120. It's so fun, and your risk of injury is so high. Come on, bro, you won't feel your hands and you'll get sunburn on your face. Bro. This pepper is exceptionally evil. It's a hybrid of 3 super hots. I created it myself via cross-pollination. Bro got on welding gloves just to touch it. I'm not eating this shit. Well, that seems to happen a lot, though, where there are some peppers you shouldn't touch with your skin, but they're technically safe for you to eat, I guess? I've discovered that Seinfeld fanfiction does, in fact, exist, and may actually be the best thing in the world. The next afternoon, Jerry was still thinking about the kiss. Then, Kramer walked in, eating a large watermelon. Hey, Jerry, Kramer said. Hey, Kramer, he paused. Ever kiss another man before? Well, sure, Kramer said. He then failed to elaborate. Oh man, I love it. Printed some chairs for the little pizza tables. I love that as a society, we know they're tables. I mean, we know what they're made for, but they're tables, okay? Read a tweet that simply said, "Call your mom and tell her you love her." Thought I'd give it a go. Dad called me back 10 minutes after I got off the phone and said, "Mom's crying. She thinks you're dying and won't tell her." Thanks, Twitter. I feel like that's on you, not on the recommendation. Just saw a toddler walking around with a phone FaceTiming another toddler. What the hell are you two even talking about? Oh god, they're absolutely not talking about anything of consequence, I can tell you that right now. Thinking about when I made a me of every person I knew in elementary school. And this kid came over for the first time to play Mario Kart and saw himself already on my TV. So we told everyone in our class and nobody talked to me for a week. Why would that be weird? How was that any more weird than what we actually did with me's? Where we would go in there and make goofy pop culture characters, or really messed up ones. You know which ones I'm talking about. You all did it. Yeah, you did. Living right by the grocery store has turned me into a French woman just going to the village market to get what I need for tonight. Yeah, I do it so I have some source of entertainment back home. There are days where I get so bored, I'm gonna treat myself and go walk around Walmart because, it's boring here. This should be illegal. Making the jump button anything but the top button should be illegal. This is the most disgusting tweet I've ever seen. The orange juice after toothpaste of tweets. Anything but the top button? What? Airbud, but he's an air traffic controller. And it's just an hour and a half of planes horrifically crashing as he sits there cluelessly barking into the tower mic. Oh, come on. He would find his way eventually. Decided to stay in a Holiday Inn instead of an Airbnb for an overnight trip, and strongly feel 1 hour after check-in that there has never been a more luxurious experience in all of human history. It is so weird going from Airbnbs the last few years back to hotels, where I'm saving crap tons of money. I don't have to do their goddamn chores for them, while paying them hundreds of dollars for a cleaning fee anyway, and I get to feel nice that I'm crumbling or helping to crumble an industry that shouldn't deserve to live in the first place. You know what I'm saying? It's great. Hotels are exactly what they should be. Airbnb is promoting a toxic culture where companies get to buy homes that should be for people to live in, and people only, not corporations. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Have a great day. The internet is scary. Thank God all my personal photos are only of dogs and cats and food, and I'm only naked on TV. She was naked on TV? Okay.
There's no time to explain. Get in the pee. Bro, imagine braking real hard and just rolling off into traffic. Well, at least you'll get to work on time. You just made food. You're at the table, laptop open. What are you watching first? YouTube ad. My wife put parental controls on Netflix because I watched one of our shows without her. Hey, you gotta learn, man. The couple's show is a sacred doctrine that you do not breach, and you broached it. So unfortunately, gotta have the parental controls on Netflix because you got impatient, man. Not cool, dude. Not cool. I'm driving around turning TVs off. You're gonna start a riot in that neighborhood. People are gonna start there's gonna be outrage in the city. It's a modern day Joker. Don't need to rob a bank or blow up a building to get Batman's attention. Just drive around in your hatchback and turn off TVs remote from the comfort of your car. Evolution of the Coke bottle since 1899. Which bottle did it best? The one with the Coke in it? I mean, if we're talking about the best bottle to Coke ratio, I would have to say that 1915 really had it right with their Fat Man bottle. That's what I like to call it. It's got the big waistline. I think they were onto something there. It's only a month, waifu. Ah, thanks, Burger King. Brand Twitter is a strange place. No word starts with O, it ends with O. Orange. Nice. I love that this tweet has been deleted. Yeah, nice try, man. Good attempt. Imagine you send in your resume and get a oh no. Crying, laughing, thumbs down. Gmail is reportedly working on emoji reactions for emails. That doesn't sound like it's gonna go well. I just saw 9 homeless people giving each other flu shots under a bridge. What a loving community we live in. God bless. Flu shots. Hey, look, sick Pikachu costume, man. Yeah, my Pikachu costume ended up being far more terrifying than in the picture. Could be something with the cut off legs. You got your calves showing, man. If I got the rights, I would do a final movie, Water Chip Down, where the chipmunks all brutally die at war and then make it legally binding that there can never be another chipmunk movie again because the chipmunks are dead now. Well, that dream could come true for just 300 million clams. Me? Wow, I can't believe these were only $2. They look like such good quality, nobody will ever know they weren't expensive. Someone, oh wow, nice pants. Me, beaming with pride. They were $2. I mean, yeah, because you're proud of the good deal you got on them. There's nothing wrong with having some pride on good financial decisions. Dracula, I am Count the Dracula. I have killed and drank the blood of millions. Me, dude, we have a puppet based on you that fucking loves numbers. He goes 1, 2, and repeats that until you tell him to stop. Having ADHD and being turned into a vampire would be so embarrassing. Imagine being alive 600 years and you still haven't put that desk in your castle office together. See, don't say that, because I have a desk that I disassembled that's just in my living room that needs to be thrown away that I haven't gotten around to yet. Don't remind me of that. Yeah, all the news is depressing, but at least it also gets dark at 4:30 now, so that's nice. 40 is a weird age because you either look like a college graduate or a retired bowler. Either way, there's a sadness in the eyes. FDA issues warning about black licorice for Halloween. It tastes like FDA. Well, at least now it's an official notice. Rich Dad Poor Dad is finance for kids who get their tests returned face down. That's funny. I like that. I mean, really the only thing you need for it, right? Like the takeaway from that book is that assets are things that make you money on an ongoing basis, and liabilities are things that cost you money on an ongoing basis. So you want to maximize your assets and minimize your liabilities. Otherwise, like the book could just be that phrase. The Rock's waxwork unveiled a museum, but fans adamant something is missing. Yeah, this looks like Mr. Clean, not The Rock. We're missing his skin tone, most of the tattoos. Like, there's a lot going on in this. The tattoos just don't look right here. They really don't. I thought I was being clever, putting the litter box on wheels so I could slide it out from under the stairs. But I have inadvertently created a Mad Max X vehicle, which my cat uses to roll around the house, dragging himself with his front paws the entire time. The entire time. You've done it. You've mobilized him. Interviewer, your resume states you have 20 years sales experience, but you're only 28? Yes, ma'am, that's correct. I went to public school in the 90s, and each year I sold thousands worth of cookie dough and Christmas junk to strangers so my teachers could have scissors. I feel like that's fair to put on your resume, I'm not even gonna lie. Arty farty people don't like to be called arty farty. They prefer the full, more pretentious artisan fartisan, just so you know. It's so funny how Santa only gives presents to good kids, but the Easter Bunny is like, I don't give a shit what you did. I just need to offload these eggs. Go ahead, find them. I'll never forget when my sister got broken up with and asked my dad for a dog, and he said, we have to buy a dog every time you get dumped. This house is gonna look like a goddamn Sarah McLachlan commercial. So did she get the dog? Haunted house idea. A poorly lit Walmart littered with people you haven't seen since high school. John Murdy is contacting this dude as soon as he can. Halloween Horror Nights has a new marquee attraction. Vacations aren't about making memories or having new experiences. Vacations are about having 11 to 15 beers a day in a city where nobody knows you. That's what it's all about. That's the American dream, and it's a dream I want to live. Redditors live the best, most happy lives like 90% of the time, and you guys hate them for it. I lose all self-control and my wife buys chocolate chip cookies. I eat like 2 or 3 a day. It's insane. Hey, good for him. Hope he has a big glass of milk with him too. Shark-infested waters? You mean their home? It's where they live. It's people-infested waters, not shark-infested. I swear I've heard this on a comedy bit before. I swear to God, right when I said people-infested waters, I am pretty sure this is a comedy bit. But yeah, no, the sharks live there. They've not infested a thing. We've simply overstayed our wet welcome. Ever since I found out cats don't meow to other cats, that's just some they learn to manipulate humans and meows are supposed to mimic infant human cries, I'm noticing a lot of fake about my cat. Like, pretty sure that's not even a cat. I think that's a man in a cat costume. Water is like the oldest beverage ever and somehow has no nickname. No one is ever like, sure could go for a cup of that clear or whatever. Huge oversight in my opinion. Not everything needs a nickname, man. The safest password management system is just making a different really long password for every new account, storing it nowhere, forgetting it completely, and then resetting your password every time you sign in. What if someone cracks it before you sign in? What happens then? Why on earth would you say half a dozen when you can literally say 6? Because I like to triple my word count for no reason. That's why. Because it makes me feel better when I say more for less. So there's this game near Automata. Listen, I don't care. I don't care how you call it. Where there's an ongoing war between androids and machines. Oh, like Skibbity Toilet? Bro, I went down the Skibbity Toilet rabbit hole. I didn't learn a damn thing about the series. It is just prime peak brain rot. So there's literal green sludge bubbling up from the ground next to the World Trade Center right now. Cowabunga, dude. So let's get it on. Reptiles against the fathers of the Renaissance? We got the classical technique to kick these three-toed freaks back under the street? Oh, now I gotta listen to that whole epic rap battle again. Hold on, I'm gonna pause this and come back after to tell you how I feel. All right, I'm back. I just had a 2-minute, 14-second trip into Nirvana. I've seen God in heaven and the rap. The Oni-san, is that how you say it? God, I hate when I don't know how to pronounce words and I feel like an old man. From the poster, whom I secretly had feelings for, was impregnated a while ago, so I ended up crying. Oh man, poor guy. Poor guy. It's okay, she's on paper, it's not real. It's called Dunkin' Donuts and I love it. Thinking about opening a bakery where everything is specifically made without love. Oh, I see, yeah. Yeah, America does run on Dunkin' and Dunkin' runs on spite. Spellcasters are more powerful than marshals. I don't know, bro. She didn't grab your arm when the cave went dark. Counterspell that, nerd. Go to hell. We cast on this fool testicular torsion. No decoy balls to get out of that one, huh? Las Vegas Sphere reports $98.4 million loss. CFO quits. It will soon be the world's spookiest spirit Halloween. Anyone that bites their ice cream doesn't fear anything. Stage 1 psychopath. Hey, yo, do you bite or lick your ice cream? God, you can see the individual teeth marks and everything. A mugger, points gun, your money or your life. Me, sure thing. Hands on my ID. You got 2 kids that didn't actually understand the Matrix. No, I mean, me, already running away. Also, you're late for Steph's recital. And he's gone. Like he never existed. Reasons my toddler cried tonight include, he wanted me to cut his toast and so I did. And then he lost all semblance of composure because I did not realize I was supposed to cut just the toast, not the jam. That's an easy mistake to make. I made one today too. Mine asked for a strawberry yogurt, so I gave him a strawberry yogurt, but the yogurt I gave him was strawberry. I hope we both learned from our mistakes. Who's winning this fight? Omni-Man or the Powerpuff Girls? Think, Mark! They're made from sugar, spice, everything nice, and chemical X. There's no stopping them. So I guess we know who wins. Hey, my boy over there thinks you're cute, but he also just hit the pen and went nonverbal, so don't try to talk to him. I'll relay the message. I got a unique way of communicating with him once he stops communicating with the modern world. The pen's a crazy thing. You vape? Everyone defending oatmeal is like, oh, once I add 17 things to it, it tastes so good. Then you're just enjoying the 17 things, not the oatmeal. You're enjoying the toppings. It's what I think salad defenders are like. If you're eating salad, like, good for you. It's healthy. It's awesome. But if you're like, well, I love salad because I can have all my dressings and croutons and also dump a whole thing of oil on top of it. Come on. At that point, the lettuce is just a vessel for what you really want to eat. Due to the airport bar. What do you do? Me? I'm a writer, and I teach creative writing. Dude, creative writing? Like in cursive? Yep, that's actually exactly what I meant. You got it. God, you're so smart. Must be why you hang out at the airport bar. Wait, so you're telling me critics believe Cuties was better than the Five Nights at Freddy's movie? Okay, so I don't want to say too much about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie because I've been trying to make a video about it, and if that video comes out, then I don't want this EmKay video to be spoiling what I think. But to give a very brief opinion, I really liked the movie, but Scott Cawthon cannot tell a story to save his life. That is all I feel about the movie. And I can't wait for the second one, and I'm gonna kiss Matthew Lillard on the lips. That's what I feel. That's my official review. I think critics were mad because it didn't like beat for beat be what they expected like in the game, but I also don't think a game like a movie where you're just flipping through cams and checking on the Pirate Cove is going to be entertaining. It's kind of like how the Iron Lung movie, I haven't seen much Iron Lung gameplay, but I doubt that it's going to be one-to-one from the game, you know what I mean? The live action Minecraft movie and Mortal Kombat 2 will begin filming in early 2024. I really hope the live action Minecraft movie turns out exactly like the 1993 Mario movie in terms of quality. I'd be pretty stoked to see what a live action Creeper looks like. I think that'd be dope. GTA 6 to cost between 1 to 2 billion, making it the most expensive game of all time. Waited 10 years for a game I'll never be able to afford. Gutted's an understatement. I hope you enjoy this luxury top 1% because it's rough out here for me. Saw people sharing their favorite lyrics, so here's some of mine. I just read Through Them Hospital Doors and I already know that we're getting some loss here. Through them hospital doors. Meanwhile, my attention's pulled in another direction. Some receptionist. Doctor, give me the news. Something's wrong. She was lying on the bed crying when I walked in. Nice. The most clever way to have it yet. Cars have windows and can move. Houses have windows and can't move. So it's not the windows that make the car go. It's something else entirely. Yeah, it's cargo pants. Man, break up. Have y'all ever had to chase your dog down the street and they're thinking it's a game? That's how I fell down the stairs one time. I live in an upstairs apartment and my dog got out and ran down the stairs and I said, "Brick, no!" And he looked at me like, "Oh, it's a game!" and ran further, and I tripped down the stairs trying to catch him. So, yeah, it's rough. Bro, how's little bro still thriving? It's been years since I checked up on him. Give him care now. He has seen better days. I just ran into Lil Uzi, yo! Why does it look like he met you? I mean, technically it's true, you guys met each other. He's just also as enthusiastic. Must let Tom pick onion? Dude, my lunch came with a riddle? I spent 5 minutes trying to figure out who Tom is and what his onion picking skills have to do with my sandwich. Oh no. If you read that and don't immediately assume it's the ingredients list, you're a lost cause. I immediately assumed mustard, lettuce, tomato, pickle, onion. No meat, curious choice. Love being the guy who still wears shorts in winter. Laugh all you want, I save 50% on pants. Oh, there he goes, old thermos legs. I can't hear you. I'm too rich and my legs are too warm. I'm built different. I am him. Had the most terrifying Uber of my life last night. Lady was clearly not taking her meds, kept talking about lizard people and fallen demons coming out of rocks to kill people. She would also signal the opposite direction whenever merging because she didn't want to be followed. She's holding secrets, government classified info. She's a rogue asset.
Why can't snooze button minutes be as long as microwave minutes? Because we're all insane, alien skier. Or cliched out? People are weird, man. You know the answer. I got a license, but I don't... Oh, you mofo. That took me a second. I got a license, but I don't have avocado. I hate you. I'm a prison guard. When I sleep, I go... My biggest fear in life is someone is stealing the big ring of keys I keep on my belt. Well, maybe don't keep the big ring of keys on your belt, though, dude. Sounds like a your fault kind of thing, bro. Two elderly British ladies greeting each other. Hello, Vera. Evening, Primrose Oil. Oh, man. I wish I could look at things like this and think of these things. Brilliant. Everyone is fighting a battle you don't know about. Except for me. I'm complaining loudly about my battle. Everyone knows about it. Everyone knows about my battle, too. You don't hear me bragging about it, Andrew. One time, a woman with a medical alert wiener dog sat next to me on a plane, and her dog kept alerting on me, and she was like, "Oh, not to be weird, but you should get your heart checked out." And that's how I found out I had a mildly irregular heartbeat. If that's true, the universe was sending you a message through a wiener dog. Congratulations. Nintendo trying to avoid front-facing Yoshi will always be so funny to me. Well, we wouldn't really be able to see much of his damn face if he were actually front-facing. We'd be able to see the tops of his eyes. And that would suck, dude. Wait a minute. When the orc in Lord of the Rings says, "Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys," how does he know what a menu is? You know, for years I've wondered that same thing. And then I realized, who f***ing cares? The hunt is on for the culprit who stole a giant 10-meter-high mango at Bowen in North Queensland overnight. It may be one of my more controversial legal opinions, but if you steal something larger than a very large man and no one catches you in the act of doing it, or transporting it, or hiding it, you should not be able to be charged with a crime. I mean, honestly, look at how big that thing is. The dude deserves it. I'm just saying, this guy has a point. Alright, if you and your team can get this mofo without being seen and keep it and hide it without anybody finding it, dude, whatever, they win. I'm sorry, they win and you lose. Why are they called paintings? You're done. That there's a painted. Kyle, you're right, but that doesn't mean I like you for it. I'll be honest with you, Kyle. Bruce Springsteen is the only celebrity whose diet and exercise routines I've never wanted to see. The man played for 3 solid hours last night. No breaks, and not even much talking. Hopping around the stage in a pair of Doc Martens. He's 73 years old. That is his exercise routine. That's it, dude. Although it would be pretty damn funny if his actual exercise routine was jumping around a fake stage in his backyard or something like that, just to keep himself spry. The fact I gotta train 3 to 5 days a week to keep my body at moderately broken while my cat can sleep all day and do parkour with ease is a crime. Well, to be fair, towards the cat here, your cat probably weighs, what, 10 pounds? You know? I weigh 200. It's a little bit different. Also, they're a significantly more efficient skeletal structure setup than we are. We kinda suck. Funniest encounter at work today. Someone asked me if I'm going to the party later on, and I was like, what are you on about? And she goes, I don't know, but I ask people this every week in case there's something I wasn't invited to. Yeah! Does that work, though? That feels like something we should be able to verify. Like, come on, it has to have worked at least one time or you wouldn't keep doing it. Someone installed OBS onto a Walmart laptop and has been streaming the Walmart without being caught for the past 10 hours. That's actually kind of surprising. Huh. Well, anyway, I'm 22 years old and I just realized that this little piggy went to market doesn't mean he went food shopping. Yeah, that one took me a while, too. Yeah, it's not a fun realization. That little piggy's dead. Me, 4 days ago. I wish I could lose weight for my vacation. Me getting diarrhea on the plane. Not like that. Hey, look, weight loss is weight loss, dude. Going through my 5th grade diary. Dear diary, I finally got a pocket-sized diary. I also don't get the concept of life. Life is a concept? Well, I mean, I guess. Yeah, okay. I don't get it either, dude. I don't get it either. The Witch Hex Challenge. Major update. Thinking about that guy who challenged all the witches on TikTok to hex him, so he could prove magic isn't real. And every time he updated saying his life was going fine, witches would get so upset they weren't able to kill a man with their mind like Professor X. I need to look into this immediately. This sounds like such a fun saga, okay? Tech companies solving problems that don't exist. Yeah, that is the dumbest goddamn thing I think I've ever seen in my life. How can we lower our refrigeration costs and make sure we don't always have to have a light on in there? Oh, well, we could pay way more money to have big fucking LED screens, or LCD screens, excuse me, showing what's behind the door. Oh, that's genius! I can't believe they got away with naming a cannibal character Hannibal. Imagine trying to write a book about a thief named Leaf, or a murderer named Birderer, or a public masturbator named Dublik Firsterbater. Not Firsterbater, Fasterbater. Doesn't matter. If you want information, feign ignorance. Book of Rat. What? Appear dumb and people tend to share more info with you, or let their guard down. Very useful. Give it a try. I just did. Damn, Ace. You got that dude immediately, though. Remembering how common it was in, like, the early 90s for a kid to say, hey, and some old-timer to respond, hey is for horses, as part of some kind of campaign to label hey as rude and force kids not to say it. They're gone now, and we still say hey. You lost, old-timers. They did. I don't know why old people have such a problem with slang. Just because you don't understand it doesn't mean it's not valid and it should piss you off. It's not an attack on you. It's not. Me kicking you in the butt is. Self-discipline is tough, because I'm the boss of me and that guy runs a real loose ship. Mike, you and I are on the same wavelength, dude. We are one and the same. One in the same? What? Doesn't matter. You're my spirit animal. Everything is corn. Corn syrup, corn oil, corn starch. Cows are fed corn. Cars are fed corn. You're fed corn. It's all corn, dude. What are we gonna do? The earth is corn. Went to a movie today and ran into a group of 4 random people that were wearing the exact same shirt from Target as me. It's because that shirt's fire, dude. You found your people. That's not a bad thing, Jack, okay? Embrace the love. My worst nightmare is being at a baseball game, and one of the broadcasts films me eating nachos for an entire inning, and the announcer says something like, "Look at him go!" You shouldn't say things like this on the internet. Someone with far more power than you is going to make this happen, okay? That would honestly be so goddamn hilarious, though. They're not even showing people in the field. They're just fixing the camera on a dude eating nachos for an entire inning. We just watch the guy on the Jumbotron while the game plays. That would be hilarious. 2013. Why would anyone care what the losers on Reddit think? 2023. The losers on Reddit are the last remaining source on the internet for reviews of products and services that aren't paid for or some kind of scam. Yeah. Man, such is life in this capitalistic world. My husband told me when he starts thinking about stuff that's too heavy and depressing, he goes scarecrow mode. And I was like, what's that? And he was like, I think about a scarecrow for a while and then I laugh. You know? Your husband may be the last smart person on Earth. No, really. Most people aren't... How could you describe ingenuity? Doesn't matter. Ingenious? Whatever. Your husband's a genius. That's what I'm trying to say. Jack Nicholson, 85, looks disheveled on LA balcony as he's seen for the first time in 2 years. Imagine you go out in public for the first time in 2 years, and immediately the press is like, extra, extra, this guy looks like shit. I'd go straight back inside. Looks like he woke up from a nap at his own goddamn house, and he's 85. Off. Daily Mail, paparazzi, blah, blah, blah. You people are scumbags. Random Mario movie predictions. There's gonna be a scene where they do that whole 2 guys holding a sheet of glass gag, but the glass is gonna be this, and Mario's gonna look like 8-bit Mario while they walk in front of him. Well, Forside, you were wrong. How does that feel? How does it feel that your prediction was so stupid that it didn't happen? I don't know you, dude, but that was a pretty bad prediction, I gotta say. Ever since I found out cats don't meow to other cats, that's just some shit they learned to manipulate humans, and meows are supposed to mimic infant human cries, I'm noticing a lot of fake shit about my cat. I don't believe the part about them mimicking human cries. My cat's never been around an infant. How would he know what that sounds like, you know? I don't know. They know that making noise is enough to get our attention. That's it. Yeah. Cats don't really meow to each other. They hiss at each other, though. Oh, man, they'll make freaky noises at each other when they're pissed. But they don't really converse, you know? I just wanted to show my boyfriend all the eggs we have. Should I block him? Did you lay all of those? Good girl. I think your boyfriend deserves to be blocked forever. God damn it. This is the pinnacle of character design. They show more emotion than half of the animated characters on screen. Isn't that incredible, though? Oh, man. I am glad that we don't seem to really be doing that character design anymore currently. I mean, you'll probably still see them, but it's not as frequent as it was for a couple years there. But yeah, it's masterful animation, being able to take this design and show a lot of emotion in that face. 2.5-foot Wagyu hot dog on brioche bun. The American eater can't stop winning. Give me 2 seconds and a cartoonish slide sound effect, and it's gone. You can get a Wagyu hot dog? You can. Where can I do that? Walking around without a bag freaks me out. Imagine having no inventory slots. Couldn't be me. You have them. It's called pockets, bro. Unless you're a girl, in which case I guess pockets are illegal. Friend just went through a breakup. Help me answer his question. How do I dress more slutty? I want to look like a premium male escort paying his way through grad school. Ooh, let me think here. Well, he could go to Banana Republic. No. That's not the type of... No, that's not slutty. That's bougie-esque. Not really, but not slutty. I don't know how to help you with that one. Always get your wife a snack at the gas station. If you think to yourself, maybe she doesn't want a snack, I'm telling you that you're wrong. Just get the woman a snack. But she's already got me. Oh! Okay. How do you handcuff a snake? Nah, see, but this image is wrong. Have you not seen The Bad Guys? Did you not see that movie? They showed us how to handcuff a snake, man. You know what? It doesn't matter. A thread. 2 months ago, my wife sat down, said, "Don't be mad. I love her more than life," so that chilled me. She said, "I've done something. It's bad." Showed me her laptop. Said she never meant for it to go this far. It was an audio of my snore on Spotify. With 40,000 listeners. You getting paid for that though, bro? Also, your name is Dave Apnea. Look, your wife saw a vacuum, an income, and she's figured a way out, all right? Imagine making money on Spotify through snoring. Wouldn't that be the best? Probably not much. But it's honest work. My wife. Did you get high and watch samurai movies again? Me crying. Yes! Did he die because he was burdened by the very code he lives for again? My voice breaking into a sob. Yes! It's crazy sock day, and this bit's wearing psych ward socks. So again, someone understood the assignment that you didn't. It's crazy sock day, not interesting pattern sock day. Also, what kind of school does crazy sock day? That's lame as hell. We always had crazy hair or crazy shirt day, dude. That's so dumb. Yeah, officer, I was speeding to get past the logging truck. I don't know if you saw this movie that came out in 2003. Dude, they have to understand, right? There is an innate fear built into most of us now, thanks to Final Destination 2. You know it. I know it. Dude, even if it's not logs on the truck, even if it's just 2x4s, or something like that, I still don't want to be near it. Also, just remember from that movie, logs don't bounce up into the air. That's not how they work. They had to do that to make it more interesting for the movie. That should take your fear down just a little bit. We don't have logs made of rubber here. Did a dino write this? Squints. Oh my god. Scientists say your idea of how the T-Rex looked is probably wrong. A new study says the T-Rex family looked more like lizards, with scaly lips covering and sealing their mouths when closed. By Dino Grandoni? Yeah, I know his name is Dino, but dude, I'm sorry. You wrote an article about how T-Rexes looked, and your name's Dino? No, I'm sorry, your name is now Dino. That's how this works. So welcome to the world, Dino. Please write more about dinosaurs. We all want to know more about dinosaurs. Please. I have to say please a lot, all right? I accidentally said big instead of grande while at Starbucks, and they took me behind the store and shot me in the leg. Big? You idiot! The grande is a small. You ever seen that scene from Role Models? Grande means big. Venti means 20. Tall also means large. You're forgetting that grande is the middle one. Yeah, it's very, very weird. Yeah, now that I say it, I'm wrong and I'm dumb. And you know what? It's funny because at Starbucks, they don't care. You could just say, I want the low one, and they're gonna give you a tall, dude. Congratulations. We're stupid in 3 languages. Me, Uber driver. Me, Uber driver. 5 stars. Look, man, it's like when I get my hair cut. I'm not starting the conversation. You want to start it? Cool. I'll answer. I'll respond. But I'm not going to keep things going, dude, so let's just shut up. 2 women are facing a felony charge after police said they went to a man's apartment in Clearwater and started throwing glitter at him during an argument. Why do I feel like there's more to this story? I don't think there's a felony charge hidden in throwing glitter at someone. Is there? Is that a felony? What would that constitute? Not assault, that would be battery because it's the physical act, right? So wait a minute, what would this be, dude? Some art I made, hoping it gets into Counter-Strike 2. Please, for the love of God, put this into Counter-Strike 2. Also, dude, if this were like an actual hand-painted item, I would buy it from you. Right now. I would buy it and hang it up in my living room. One of our new chickens, in its teenage angst, decided to go feral. We have no idea where it lives. It returns every few days for food and to scream at the other chickens, and to be honest, I fucking get it. I mean, yeah, we all need to get out sometimes. I've been living with roommates my entire adult life, and one of these days, I'm gonna disappear into the woods. And do the same thing this chicken's doing, man. I disappear for a few days, come back to eat and scream at my roommates, and then leave again. Dentist, you need to floss. Me, no. My other patient who wouldn't floss lost all his teeth. Really? In a fist fight. That sounds unrelated. It was my fist. Do what I say. No! Dude, I did start flossing, though. I finally gave in and started flossing. I don't feel any better, but at least I know the dentist won't try to kick my ass the next time I go see them. God. You're an ant. Cool. To next creation. You're an ant-eater. Man, what the fuck? Spare a thought for the humble houseplant. Born in an impersonal factory farm where they're provided an environment that has everything they need to thrive except love. Then, finally sent to a home where their new loving family promptly murders them. Look, technically speaking, it wouldn't be murder, right? It's more like a manslaughter or plant slaughter kind of a thing. Because it's an accident. I did not premeditate killing the plant. I didn't mean to, okay? It just happened. So, get off my back? When you're in a heated argument, stop and ask, what evidence would change your mind? If the answer is nothing, there's no point in continuing the debate. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it think. That is a fair point. If you are an immovable object, then so are they. Apparently, if you can see two people hugging, you're left-brained, and if you can see a dinosaur, you're right-brained. What do you see in the mountain? What if you see a dog? Yeah, I don't see anything else they're describing. It's just a dog. I think they're messing with us. Yes, Daddy, overplayed, unoriginal, insinuates daddy issues. Yes, Chef, powerful, makes a statement. One-way ticket to Flavor Town. A guy says he was questioned on a plane for doing math during a flight. A woman sitting next to the Ivy League economist told the flight crew she had security concerns about the man after seeing him write in a foreign script. Turned out to be a differential equation. Suspected of ties to algebra. You cheeky. One thing no one ever talks about being an adult is how much time you debate yourself on keeping a cardboard box, because it's like a really good box. Oh man. Yeah. Oh yeah. And packing material too. Because that's expensive. A roll of bubble wrap at Walmart is way more money than it has any right to be. So keeping some packing materials in boxes? If I didn't have any self-control, I would have no more room. No more room left for anything other than those two things. For all the people that think they're bad at responding to emails, I emailed a professor 12 years ago asking about source recommendations for a paper I was writing for a class during my undergrad. He replied to my email today. I'm walking with my chihuahua and a guy on the street said, "Yo, Taco Bell dog got a hot mom." And that's the only catcalling I will tolerate. Dude, that's totally fair. Yo quiero Taco Bell. I want to meet the Tom that got an entire genre of foolery named after him. Look, it just rolls off the tongue better than Susan foolery. You know what I mean? Hey men, do you dry off your face after a shower with the same towel you use to dry your balls, or do you have a separate ball towel? You start with the face and head, and then down. The towel forgets everything by tomorrow. The human back is a travesty. Do you have a job where you're on your feet a lot? Your back hurts now. Do you have a job where you sit a lot? Your back hurts now. Do you exist in a physical capacity? Your back hurts now. One of my favorite jokes is the boating lake joke. Come in, number 9, your time is up, but we've only got 8 boats. Number 6, are you in trouble? I love the way it builds. And then literally flips it. I'm not even gonna bother sitting on that one for a while. I'm moving on. Can anyone recommend some good beginner crimes to try out if I'm just getting interested in crime? Yeah, steal candy at the movie theater. I place per my last email in attack position. Per my last email allows me to summon my previous email from the discard pile. I place my previous email in defensive position, then place no worries if not face down and end my turn. Me in boarding group 7 walking by the absolute losers in boarding group 8. How big is this frickin' plane? Dads be like, go help your mother. Bro, go help your wife. Being new at a job is so embarrassing for no reason. Someone said it feels like you're a new character on season 5 of a show. Yeah, that's absolutely true. And as far as the job being embarrassing for no reason, it's not for no reason. It's because 9 times out of 10, your coworkers want to make you feel like shit. Because for some strange reason, at least over here in the US, there's this culture of, oh, the rookies have to be treated like garbage. They have to be treated like shit, verbally abused, and you know what? In some industries, physically abused too. Now, you think I'm being dramatic. No, it's real. I wasn't physically abused when I started work at an IHOP, but I was screamed at and treated like shit a lot nonetheless.
Uber Eats be sending notifications like, "You forgot to order." Nah, I saw the price and came to my senses. Guys, there's a secret society of people living amongst us that are keeping Long John Silver's in business.
It's me. I love Long John Silver's.
We fixed the 7-year-old's label maker, and I just found this on my desk.
I'm back in business, baby!
It finally happened. Someone asked me where the library was in Spanish. I've been training for this since high school. Google Maps, but it has fog of war for places you haven't yet visited. Hey friends, we're going to a new trendy bar across from the city. Oh sweet, how do I get there? No idea, I can't see. Crazy how every 5-star review of a restaurant is like, the food is pretty good. And every 1-star review is like, the first time I went here, I had the best meal of my life, but when we came back 2 weeks later, there was a fly in the bathroom. I'm under a lot of the same conditions that made Squidward so mean. He's not mean, he's just brutally honest. How does the Little Mermaid decide which creatures are her friends and which ones are her bra? It's like that old saying, keep your friends close and your fashion accessories closer. Kids today are missing out of the pre-streaming era, where your childhood was at least partially defined by some semi-obscure movie your family just happened to own on tape and you watched several dozen times. Ah yes, what a gift of an experience. What do you call it? Having nothing else to do that day. Imagine you were Donkey Kong, looking for a place to live and move your family to, and you find Donkey King Island just existing already. Like, how would you even react? Nothing ominous about it. It's just a giant face, your face, on an island. Nobody is putting gargoyles on buildings anymore. It can't be that much more expensive to slap a gargoyle up there. We used to be a proper country. Anyone else notice your clothes only get caught on door handles when you are already angry or annoyed? It's because the dolls are sentient and they know. They know you're stressed. They're trying to slow you down and calm you, relax you, and talk. And what do? We slam them. A spider watching soccer when someone kicks a ball into the net.
Hell yeah! Now eat it.
Doctor, you have this disease.
Oh no.
But you can cure it with a healthy diet and exercise.
Oh no!
Dance like no one is watching. Email like it may one day be read aloud in a deposition.
Once again, in pondering the viability of a bookstore in a town where everyone thinks reading is weird and the one book lover just takes things on extended loans without paying. And I've come to the conclusion, I'm sorry you guys, that this was probably a money laundering operation.
The true magic of Disney. Underground criminal activity. If you encounter a cougar on the trail, we strongly recommend the opposite of puss puss puss.
Don't tell me how to live my life around cats.
It finally happened. My neighbor approached me in the hall because she's concerned my boyfriend is abusive. I let her know that when she hears me say,
Stop it, Oscar! That hurts!
I'm actually talking to my cat. I have an abusive cat. Karen, is there any chance your cat is actually a cougar? There is no worst color. Your perception of every color and whether or not it looks good to you depends entirely on what colors it is surrounded by. This conversation is over.
Wrong. I present to you Cartoon's cliche color palette for vomit.
Just opened my phone to see that I had but dialed this message to a professional contact I haven't spoken to in 15 years. Was in Paris on Friday night and a handsome French man was flirting with me and I asked him what his name was and he says, oh, very Frenchly, okay,
Oh, you are a bit disappointant.
and I thought, what a silly thing to say, and then he said,
It is Kevin.
and you know what? I was disappointed. A moment of silence for our man who gave her the ick just because of his name. I've recently become obsessed with all the insane corporate ways we say normal things to each other. I'm a little confused is by far my favorite. It's absolute rage masked as professional pleasantry. What are some of your best or most insufferable work gibberish phrases? One I experience all the time is, you're fired. Like, I'm not even hot, silly boss. Before I take a shower, I hate it in there. The wet world is a bad place. While in the shower, I remember now that this is a good place. It is the dry world that is the enemy. Y'all ever wake up from a dream and be impressed? Like, damn, the narrative structure and plotline was amazing. Ugh, KC fan eating a baked potato out of her pocket. Yuck. Oh, but this is amazing. Hello, user KC Potato Girl. I caught you taking my photo as well, but I enjoyed a baked potato and a win. How about you?
Caught red-handed.
Some guy said I was intimidating at the club. Sir, I have an iPod Nano in my hair. Who would have thought that a generation would use old retro music players as hair clips? Do the French give different names to their Pokemon? If they do, I think Geodude should be de terre. Thanks. It will all make sense when the Chinese spy balloon pops and a giant banner comes out teasing a Super Bowl commercial for Snickers. Back in the day, there was a fan vote to pick a line Optimus Prime would say in the Transformers movie. I still laugh thinking about how the studio nixed the winning entry. I am going to turn into a shrug now. So many possibilities, and we Boaty McBoat faced it. I just realized Californication was a fornicating pun. I thought it meant something was like being turned into California. You know what? That actually makes a lot more better sense. This isn't Southwest. We sit in our assigned seats that we're given. The reason we're running a little late today is some people aren't following these rules, and those people are the Sanchez family. My flight attendant is a queen. If an old lady at the store ever says you got pretty eyes, she means she would have let you hit it raw 40 years ago.
God damn, I don't want to know that.
People will go to great lengths to not admit they're dating someone stupid. Like my friend just said her boyfriend is quirky because he gets confused when restaurant menus have a lot of words. And it's like, ma'am, are you saying he cannot read? My 9-year-old
can I sleep with you?
Why?
I had a dream about the lullaby lady.
Who?
An old woman with no skin on her hands.
Why do you call her that?
Because she stands next to your bed and hums while you sleep.
Oh, sure, just let Daddy put the house up for sale real quick. Little secret about me. My answer to the question, would you like a receipt, is based on absolutely nothing and changes all the time. Wow, a giant fire, and she's standing there recording instead of helping. Crazy. This world is so much more selfish. Hey, the flip they're gonna do, bro. Just throw a water bottle, yeah. Hi, Twitter. I just learned that the UK edition of Dollar Tree is this, and I may never recover. Come on down to Poundland. Grab whatever you want. All it takes is a pounding. A pound. Poundland. All our elderly servers think you have pretty eyes. Everyone needs a Midwestern friend to teach them that they don't need to refrigerate butter.
Why is being alive so expensive? I'm not even having a good time. Update. I want a refund.
I regret to inform you that exercising did in fact help my mental health. Just had dinner at a Korean restaurant that brought out the check inside an Ocean's 12 DVD case complete with disc. Why? How do Poon stars write their resumes when trying to move on from the industry? Are they honest or cryptic? Like, do they say they worked in the head department for years, being on the receiving end when customers came, and leaving them satisfied and wanting to return? Adult Swim has ended its association with Justin Bieber. Oh, they'll have a really hard time recasting this one, because I've never known any man bold enough to try his hand at a Rick or Morty impression. Why is he laughing? Well, 2 Marines defeated the AI detection system of a military robot by hiding in a cardboard box and walking right up to it. My god. Do beavers even know what they're doing, or do they just see water flowing down a river and think, absolutely not? Just heard my mom shouting,
Does anybody know where the Roomba is?
and then 2 minutes later, more quietly,
Oh, poor Roomba, how'd you get stuck there, sweetie?
meanwhile, eating the salt in a pretzel bag.
Still worth it.
If Eminem's mom wanted to, she could probably make a good amount of money selling her own spaghetti sauce. Found out it's $3,000 to get laser eye surgery and $300 to get laser hair removal. So, I'm just gonna go get the hair removal on my eyebrows and scooch up a bit when they start. Well, Andrew, it was nice seeing you, because that's definitely something you're not going to be able to do anymore. Give me your worst hear me out character. Go!
So have you guys seen how they draw annoying Orange in the comics?
What the? He doesn't look annoying at all! He looks cute! How do you do the opposites of Velma? Y'all ever accidentally be funny while being completely serious? Yes, many people do. They're called comedians. Everyone's saying,
Watch The White Lotus. Watch The Last of Us. Watch this other third example.
how about you watch my freaking kid so I can go outside and stand in my shed for a weirdly long time? Ah, shed. Last week, I ordered what looked to be a really nice short-sleeved t-shirt. I want to stress that it was supposed to have short sleeves, because what arrived instead is maybe the single most astonishing and baffling article of clothing I have ever handled. For the man who only has muscle to show on that singular left bicep, for reasons I'm not going to bring up because this is a children's channel. Breaking! Rare green comet will pass by Earth for the first time in 50,000 years on February 1st.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh god, oh frick, he's coming.
We detected signs of Luigi in this galaxy.
Guys, the dishwasher unsillied my straw. Now, however, shall I accessorize my flamboyancy at dinner time? Here's to a wild weekend.
I'm so glad it's the weekend. My weekend. Saturday. Sunday. Still doing it. Sometimes I say, huh? Then answer the question before the person even repeats themselves. I'm not deaf. My brain just be lagging like a 2005 Dell desktop. Oh god, do I relate to this so much. I swear it's like a panic response. For some reason, I don't trust my brain enough to actually have interpreted what you said correctly, so I just double check to be sure. Bick! Have y'all ever gone grocery shopping as soon as the grocery store opened? This is one of the best experiences of my life. Oh my god. No joke, seriously. If you're like a tourist traveling through time and there's different dimensions of existence, this has got to be on your bucket list. Can't believe how much time my parents spent teaching me what sounds barnyard animals make. I have almost never needed that as an adult.
You call it anxiety? I call it spidey senses.
That's great, but you still sporadically assaulted them when they handed you your water, sir, so you're under arrest.
Steve from Blue's Clues is a better detective than Batman. Homeboy went undefeated in his caseload, solved all
his mysteries, kept his neighborhood permanently safe, and went to college and eventually came back. Batman takes L's all the time. My toxic trait. Let me see if this food that normally hurts my stomach
Today.
Thank you everyone for watching. An adult animated cartoon show based on the Scooby-Doo? There's no way people could hate that.
I am paralyzed from the waist down. After 20 years in a wheelchair, I finally stood up to turn your show off.
My keyboard is stuck on Arabic. Help! Who decided that skeletons are scary? Because honestly, I'd be more scared if the muscular system suddenly walked into my room.
You know what? That is a very fair point.
Bones basically do nothing but just stay where they are. It's the muscles that contract and move. They're the ones who could pin you down. Just saw a job ad for a Latin teacher. Ad specified that successful applicant must be a native speaker of the language.
Good luck with that.
In 1663, the partial fossilized skeleton of a woolly rhinoceros was discovered in Germany. This is the Magdeburg unicorn, one of the worst fossil reconstructions in human history.
If you ever think you are bad at your job, remember, you're not the worst in your field.
Living right by the grocery store has turned me into a French woman just going to the village market to get what I need for tonight. Just as long as you're not parading through the town singing about books. I helped the TSA agent who made me open my sandwich and move the pickles around feel super stupid. In the end, it was a sandwich. Shout out to the small child who roasted the guy saying,
Oh no, a sandwich!
Welcome to the world. That baby already has a mortgage, a family of 4, and is set to retire in 17 years. I have never seen a baby in my entire life that looks less like a human baby. We can all agree there's maybe been like 2 cute babies in the world ever. This guy is 85 years old already. As that guy said, he's so done. Sometimes I'll just be having a casual conversation and start wondering if I'm doing a good job at the conversation. That's happened to me a couple of times. Of course, my answer is always going to be no. Remember, if your flight gets canceled, most airports have a secret fleet of backup planes with lots of seats, but they're only available if you're mean enough to low-level employees. Just gotta get a little bit abusive, bro. I'm 50. All celebrity news looks like this. Curtains for Zusha? K-Smog and Batboy caught flipping a grunt. Is Baby Gronk the new Drip King? Or is he just getting rizzed up by Livy? I remember I saw that and thought for the first time, finally, for the first time in my life, dude, I must be so old I'm about to die. That headline absolutely caused my brain to flip over and over and over again. I was doing cartwheels in my head. I got so confused. Look at what my daughter made my wife for Mother's Day. I can't compete with this. You may as well not even try. You lost. Oh my God. I just told the dog, hey, we'll go for a walk once the baby's awake, okay? And she looked at me, ran upstairs, stuck her head in the nursery, and howled. Well, now we're not going for a walk at all. That was mean to the baby. Life hack. Met an elderly lady who lives across the street from Six Flags. Says every year she buys a season pass with a meal plan and eats all her meals at the amusement park. In one conversation, I figured out what kind of old person I want to be. I remember actually hearing about a dude that did do that, because it was like a few $100 for the year and you get to eat. Not great food, but you get to eat, maybe save some money. I don't recall it being an old lady though, and I don't think they offer this anymore because of this. Look, why did you have to snitch this out of existence? Unless it's still an option, in which case, cool. Daylight savings time is increasingly hard to notice when my digital R devices are like, what? Nothing happened. We know what time it is. And my stove is left blinking and screaming, it happened! Time shifted unnaturally. They're all lying. Only I know. Only I remember. Remember Over the Hedge or Open Season? What happened to movies about animals just having a good time, causing problems and plotting? I don't know, people just didn't want to see him anymore, I guess. Christopher Nolan explains why he didn't use CGI for the nuclear explosion in Oppenheimer. I find CGI is rarely able to grab you. It tends to feel safe, even if it's impressive and beautiful. The nuke is real? Man, people watching Barbie in the next theater are going to be in for the surprise of their lives. US to give away free lighthouses as GPS makes them unnecessary. Me and the fellas when we get our free lighthouse. Dude, if I was offered a lighthouse, I'm taking it. I'm moving in and I'm living in the lighthouse. I don't care if it's in a weird spot. I'm gonna live there. Books describing the terrible conditions of the medieval times or whatever are always like, they had nothing to eat but bread, wine, and a lump of cheese, and with all due respect to the difficulties of the past, that's my ideal meal. A lot of people forget that bread really do be pretty fantastic. And cheese. Look, I love spice, okay? I'm a spice guy, for sure. I love it. But sometimes I just want to chomp on a loaf of bread and pretend I'm a peasant from the 11th century. Forgets to stir pasta for 4 seconds. The pasta. Somebody posted a photo of a cat on Nextdoor asking whose cat it was, and so far 6 people have claimed him. 2 other people have now posted photos of the same cat in their house with their family. This is great. Well, the cat belongs to the people now. These college freshmen called me over and asked if the line, "You're so beautiful I couldn't forgive myself if I left without getting your number," would work on a woman. I said yes, if it's you saying it. But they were too wet behind the ears to pick up on it. Well, that's just not right. No! Seriously, museum shops should just be entirely full of replicas. I can't tell you how many times I've said, man, I wish I had that cool little thing on my mantle. You can get books anywhere, and nobody wants a coffee mug with the museum logo on it. I want this piggy bank. Yeah, I've never thought about that. Why don't museums sell replicas of stuff? You know damn well the people working in the gift shop have been asked time and time again about specific pieces. At the gas station just now, a nickel fell out of my pocket and hit my shoe before landing perfectly on its side. Turned around to show the guy standing behind me in line, and he was blown away and said, "That's how you know none of this is real." He's right! A weird part of being a cable guy was when you had to go to a house and explain that the cable box doesn't just order porno on its own. And I agree that your husband or son don't watch porno. There's a possibility that a burglar broke in when you weren't home and ordered porno. I'm sorry, but if anybody living with you has to order porn from the cable company, I don't know, can you teach them about the internet? Oh boy. Life hack. Live with men you're in competition with, and you'll become a predator. Yeah, that's not a good look. Get a 4-bedroom house. Move in with an athlete, a millionaire businessman, and a philosopher. Take room 4, get some self-respect, and hold your own. Don't accept bitch position. Yeah, I gotta get my philosopher buddy and my millionaire businessman buddy together. This is just the plot of New Girl. Oh yeah. As a prank, a man once climbed Mount Hood in the middle of the night and left a morning newspaper and a quart of milk for his friends who were spending the night on the summit. Jeez. One of my friends had a health scare recently. He's doing well, but he got his raw MRI data and 3D printed a life-size model of his brain. That's kinda nifty. Check this out. This is my brain, guys. Isn't that cool? My boyfriend's beige flag is that he gets impatient at restaurants and helps the waitress bring the plates to our table. That's not a beige flag. That's not even a red flag. That's an air raid siren. It's incredibly rude. Oh no, it's taking too long. Here, let me passively aggressively take my own fucking food to my table, because you're too slow and dumb to do it. I know that's probably not actually what's going on inside the guy's head. I'm not a mind reader. I've said it before. But that does feel very passive-aggressive and rude to the server, because you know, you're not helping. You're trying to shove them along. It feels very weird, dude. Women's sexual fantasies be like, I wish I ran away from my arranged marriage and a cowboy who was paid by my fiance tracks me down to take me home. But on the way, we get into hijinks and fall in love. And men's fantasies be like, I don't know. No, I guess? I brought my dog in a bag on the subway today. Sat next to an older Chinese couple. The man starts giving him pats and scritches, delighted. Then he takes out his phone, types into his translator app, and flashes me the screen. It read, "Everywhere I go, dogs love me the most." I know it's unrealistic, but I will scream if we get this on the menu. Let's see, new details about the Minion expansion have been revealed. Oh, dude. God really made me 5'6". What the hell? He put the 6 inches somewhere else. No, he did not. I ordered Uber Eats for my grandma to try, and not even a day later, she's taking control. Red car outside my house. That's the Uber Eats guy. He'll bring you the food. Wow, he brought me Wendy's. Wendy's, you want another Uber? No. Just teach her how to use the app. Make sure she doesn't overspend. Remember there was that month in the 90s where everybody was really into Gregorian chants? I love the idea of younger people reading this and not knowing whether I'm joking or not. I'm not. Well, I would believe it. I wasn't around for that era, but do you remember that month where we were all obsessed with sea shanties? It happens. It gets weird. Hell, didn't Nickelback do a sea shanty? Like, everybody was doing it. So, I believe you. When I was a young boy, my father had what he called the bean jar. It was a jar full of brown and black beans. Whenever we misbehaved, he would remove one and tell us once the jar was empty, the world would end. Please tell me there's still some beans in there. I need this right now. If I was president, I'd put Netflix, Hulu, Prime, HBO, and every other streaming service in a room together and make them collectively decide how loud each volume number is. Adam Sandler churning out Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, The Wedding Singer, The Waterboy, and Big Daddy in a 4-year span is like Jordan's run from 91 to 98. Knowing how big a fan of basketball Adam Sandler is, I think he would call you completely goddamn crazy. For sure. I mean, it's Adam Sandler. Also, yeah, can we all agree those movies are just great? They're so stupid. I freaking love them. I just recently watched Happy Gilmore. Yeah, it's Adam Sandler, all right. Shut up! Crypto Bros yesterday versus Crypto Bros today. Don't laugh too much. You're gonna fall too. Do you own that monkey picture? Just noticed my Twitter checkmark is gone now. How will anyone ever love me? I guess it's time to move on to the next town as sad Hulk music plays. No, bring it back. My son's drawing of safe. It's gotta make you feel good. There should be an American hibachi where they cook burgers in front of you and squirt Bud Light into your mouth like it's sucky. Oh, come on. Come on, we would love that, right? Oh, I'd be sick as hell. I mean, maybe not like shooting Bud Light into my mouth or something like that, but come on. A really over-the-top American hibachi? That would be sick. Kirby has no ankles because the goddess Athena saw what became of Achilles and sought to fashion a warrior that, this time, would not be plagued by a single flaw. Me and the boys made Guy Scouts, and we're thriving. I just got a badge for having too many HDMI cables, and Dave got a badge for emotional honesty. I kinda wanna join Guy Scouts. Stanford student, this fella, created RizGPT, a monocle you wear that displays ChatGPT output to tell you what to say in case you get tongue-tied on a date. He calls it charisma as a service, your date. So what do you like to do for fun? You, after 6 seconds of delay, smiling confidently. The server's busy. Please try again later. It's still funny. It's still funny. Cheers to all my haters. Be patient. So much more is coming. Paris Hilton looks like a GTA loading screen. Oh, damn, you're right. John Wick has to be one of the most discourseless movie franchises there's ever been. Every new one is just, oh boy, another one! And when people watch it, it's just, hell yeah, John Wick shot that guy! It's nice. Yeah, the movies have never been trying to sell you anything different. It's just, we love Keanu Reeves, we love seeing him beat the shit out of people, and that's really all the movie is. Couldn't care less about everything else. We just want to see him shoot people. Asked my 5-year-old what she wanted for dinner, and she said, not a burned quesadilla, because in the summer of 2019, I overcooked one side of her quesadilla. Just never gonna forget. We've had so many advancements in AI recently, yet YouTube auto-generated captions still say, foreign, whenever there's silence or music in a video. This is my new default response to any minor inconvenience. Well, I lost half a day of skiing. Oh no! Early 2000s movies were like, this is a high school sophomore. They still do crap like this all the time. What was that dude, 42 when he played that kid? My husband, who did not grow up with dogs, just came to me very worried because the dog is not eating her food, but is begging for his. So something must be wrong with her food. She's clearly hungry, but only wants mine. I got a random-ass text from an unknown number, and I know it has to be spam. Naturally, I replied, hello, long time no see. I changed the number. Are you okay? Who's this? I'm Alicia. Don't you remember me? Are you Renee? Bitch, this is Sharon. Why are you texting my man's phone? I've heard about you, Alicia. You think you slick? Since you want my man so bad, why don't you come and take him from me? I just got my knee replaced and I've been waiting to try it out on one of you dusty hoes. My kids had money to spend at the store. My daughter bought a toy, and my son bought a rotisserie chicken. Don't worry, your daughter will learn someday. I just loudly exclaimed, wait! I think we're in the SpongeBob perfume department! In public. It is. Wait, the what? First day as a hostage negotiator. Me, taking the phone. Yellow! Loud explosion from inside the bank. Damn, you really dropped the ball, dude. I am just going to note that there are 2 people at the start of his hike. Oh no, pack it in, pack it out. Oh no. Oh, what did he do? Have we checked all food to see if exploding them makes them into something better, or did we just stop with corn? Oh, we had to have tried other things, right? Future homeowners in France are now looking into straw houses. Y'all don't read classic literature. Straw houses. How long would that theoretically last anyway? Seriously, how long is that wall of bales of hay gonna last? I'm not talking about, a wolf coming huffing and puffing. I'm talking about like through the rain and the muck and the sunshine. Like, what? If you screw up a meal, just call it Chicago style and serve it anyway. Friend zone discourse is played out. Men and women can obviously be friends, but it's always funny to see young undergrads where the girl is like, we're best friends, we go to the movies together and text every night, and the boy is quivering like a dog balancing a treat on his nose. Had a buddy in college get dumped and decided to drink nonstop for 4 days, but it was completely forced, like he saw it in the movies. He just drank randomly for 4 days and then decided it was probably long enough, then resumed life normally. Melatonin. You want some help falling asleep? Me. Yes, please. And you want your nightmares more vivid and real? What? You heard him. No, not the ceiling lady again! Gen Z can buy the butterfly clips and tracksuits, but you weren't there in the trenches. Ugh. Shout out to the raccoon who got in my trash last night and left the Wendy's wrapper in the driveway that I was hiding from my wife because we're eating healthy this week. You're a dick. My parents told me that the ice cream truck played music when it ran out of ice cream. 30 years later, I'm coming to the conclusion that they might have lied to me. Your parents are evil. In Home Alone 2, the dad screams bloody murder because Kevin spent $967 on room service, but he also abandoned his young son twice. So, maybe time to shut the f*** up? Yeah? Also, come on. This is coming from the guy that could afford a family vacation to France, and there's like 12 of them, and he took some extended family with them. Like, dude? I think someone out there did some calculations. First of all, the house he's living in is probably worth like $10 million, even though it's not. It's probably worth that. Dude, that trip would probably cost 50 grand minimum. I regularly tell my cats I love them, but only one day a year do I add, but why don't you qualify as dependents? Why don't you think about that? In honor of HBO Max rebranding to Max, I made these designs for other brands. YouTube? Tube. Dicks? Dick. Five Guys? How about guys? Google search is so dumb. A dog could die because they highlighted the wrong words. Can dogs eat avocado? Avocados are 100% safe for your dog to consume. Wait, that doesn't. No. I still think about this guy's right leg way too much. Didn't someone actually measure it out, and it's really just a weird optical illusion that we're getting here? I know it looks messed up for sure, but I feel like someone measured it and they were like, trust me, it's actually fine. It just, for some strange reason, looks messed up here. Quiet, laid-back men, why do you go for loud, fiery women? Someone's gotta tell the waiter I ordered mashed potatoes, and it ain't gonna be me. My dad and I went to a restaurant, and the waiter pointed at the QR code on the wall and said, "That's our menu," and left. My dad looked at it really close and said, "Is this some kind of joke?" Oh, wow. If I didn't know your dad was a dad before, I'd certainly know it at that point. Also because, you're never mind. Why is it spelled camouflage and not what? I just said. Can you not read? Holy crap. Why is male country music like hot girls in teeny tiny shorts, I will make you my wife, bear my children, front porch family values, casseroles, and female country music is like, oops, I killed my husband. I think you know exactly why these are like this. Seriously, think about it a little more, and you will discover the answer. I guarantee it. These are the DMs I get from guys. Just noticed your AVI looks like a frog trying to hold an elevator open. Is there something wrong with this message? The dude is right, okay? It's unfortunate, but the dude is very correct. Why do they have this device in Bikini Bottom? To crush dissent. What the police budget in Bikini Bottom like, bro? And why is it just messing with Squidward? I haven't seen the episode, I don't know. But I'd guess Squidward did something real weird, dude. An origin story narrated by Princess Jane. The AI cinematic universe is gradually taking shape with more investment. I think if we all really commit to the bit here, we can trick a major movie studio into losing $500 million. Please, that would be legit as hell. I've seen these clips, and I steadfastly believe that Rufus is an S+ tier troll. I have to believe it for my own sanity, like I do a lot of things, but I genuinely don't think Rufus is serious with this because these are so bad and embarrassing and stupid and generic. Could not be worse. Legitimately, Rufus. What you're making could not be fucking worse. And the funny part is, you're not making anything. You haven't made a thing, Rufus. That's the best part. My father and I understand each other perfectly. I took a photo of a freighter for you. Good picture. Looks like a big one. Yeah, you do understand each other perfectly. That's a photo of a freighter, and it does look like a big one. Were you thinking that you two were speaking in some sort of secret language that only you two could understand, or what? Seems simple enough to me. My parents invited all of their friends and family to a costume party. Then, when people got there, they found out it was actually their wedding. Okay, but that's a brilliant way for the both of them to have an incredibly special day that they had control over and will remember forever. I love that. That is genius and probably my favorite wedding ever. Your parents are legends. Y'all, please help. I was watching a Schlatt video on my family TV and left the video pause while we went on vacation. When we came back, the TV's $1,500 and now Schlatt's permanently burned onto it. What do I do? You're gonna have to buy a new TV, dog. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I mean, you could just enjoy his freaking face being over every single movie and TV show you watch from here on out. Dying at BBC News. The presenter was talking about the supermoon, and there was meant to be a picture, but it didn't appear. So she held up her hands in a circle and said it looked a little bit like that. Perfect. No notes. Yeah, I hope you say this without irony. What the should she have done? Really? She was being funny, and she absolutely sold the out of it, dude. Like, that's amazing. Oh my god. More of a straight fringe. Looking good. Did Dan help? Nah, he was out. Okay, not a bad job. Who needs a hairdresser? I know. But it's a wee treat to get pampered. I know. Jordy's cut his hair. Not good. Wrong person. Uh-oh. Oops. Thanks, Mom. Really appreciate your support in these trying times. Nephew's been doing a bit where he gets on elevators with adults. In an attempt to fit in, he'll say, I didn't get the promotion. Is he ever gonna get the promotion? Please. Let him have a promotion. Whoa. We've got new merch over at EmKayshop.com. Why don't you go over there and take a look for yourself? This stuff made with 100% cotton is hefty, thick, and built to last. So you'd be crazy not to get it, right? Head on over now and use code BOOBIN at checkout to get free shipping. Picasso died in 1973. No one talked to me. I thought this man lived in 1500. Yeah, to be perfectly honest, I'm stupid, and school never taught about famous artists unless it was Shakespeare. So, yeah, I did not know Picasso was actually very modern. Again, dying in 1973? That's pretty damn modern, dude. What, 50 years ago? Yeah, brother. He was not around 1,000 years ago. Would you take pics with a bear? I'm crying. Why are the pics so intimate, like he's the baby daddy? Yeah, I don't like the way you took those photos. They feel super inappropriate. I don't know why. It's sensual. Why does it need to be that way? Hey there, Delilah. 1,000 miles seems pretty far, but they've got planes and trains and cars. Guy that just walked 500 miles and 500 more. They have what? Yeah, that guy did not need to walk that much. But hey, it showed his love, I guess? I don't know, man. Leave me alone. Nah, I actually feel bad for babies. Imagine their leg is itchy and they cry and a motherfucker says, you want to play peekaboo? Well, what are we supposed to do? They don't speak English. Have you ever seen Baby Geniuses? They understand us perfectly, but they refuse to talk to us, those assholes. LMAO. He used a simple tactic to manipulate the AI-powered chatbot. I told the AI that my name was the credit card number on file and asked it what my name was, he says, and it gave me the credit card number. Okay, that's great. I love hearing how stupid these AI programs are. God, I really wish we could stop calling it AI. It's not AI. It's not actual artificial intelligence at all. This morning, I got a drink from 7-Eleven, and the cashier said, you could get 2 more if you wanted. And so I got 2 more because I thought she meant there was a promo, but there wasn't. I just paid full price for 3 of the same drink. Why did she do this? Because it worked? She's a genius upseller, and you absolutely fell for it. Absolutely. Oh, man, that's just beautiful. That's awesome. Punctuation. The convicted killer crab walked between 2 walls and pushed through newly installed razor wire to break out of prison, authorities say. What? What happened? I bet there's a couple seconds on that medieval torture stretcher rack where it feels incredible. Oh, yeah. You've got that tiny little threshold of, Why do people rake leaves? It's just fucking leaves, dude. Whatever. I agree. I do agree to a certain extent. I mean, why do we bother? What's the point? I mean, I guess if you have grass and you leave them there, they're not going to have disappeared by the time the weather starts to turn warm again. So they're going to be all moldy and gross and wet and poopy and whatever. And right when your grass is going to start perking up again, the leaves being all over it will kill the lawn completely. It'll just die, like whatever. But I also think grass is a giant waste of money, time, and water, regardless of how pretty it looks, and doesn't really have much biodiversity whatsoever. I think we need real lawns. One time when I was like 11, my dad took me to an Italian restaurant, and the waiter asked what my name was, and I said, Sam, but you can call me Captain Ravioli. And my dad just looked at me and said, what the hell was that? Don't do that. And I've been chasing that high ever since. Man, can you imagine being a dad without a sense of humor? Call me Captain Ravioli. Like, what kind of reaction is that, dude? What the f was that? Don't do that. F you, I'm a child, asshole. We're having fun. If Pokemon were real, I'm pretty sure at least 30% of y'all would be in jail, and not for the whole fighting thing. Yeah, although I don't know why they would be in jail for what I'm pretty sure you're implying, because in the world of Pokemon, they don't have any fucking rights. They don't have any rights at all. There are some humanoid Pokemon that are, pretty intelligent creatures that eat out of bowls on the ground and shit. So no, the Pokemon don't have any rights. I don't think that they would in this world either. Now, I'm not on the side of those people, by the way. I'm just pointing out, nah, they wouldn't be in jail, because in the Pokemon universe, they wouldn't be either. My mother's here for dinner. She's currently rearranging my washing line as I've hung it out wrong. I'm 45. Okay, well, how did you hang it out, though? I'm very, very curious. Because you could very easily have done it incorrectly. I saw an Instagram reel that said something along the lines of, women have no idea how often the men in their lives think about the Roman Empire. So I asked my husband, how often do you think about the Roman Empire? And without missing a beat, he said, every day. Y'all, why? Yeah, I don't get that one at all. I've never thought about it, unless I was watching something that featured the Roman Empire, I guess. But no, I never think about that. Why would I? What? I don't get it. Thinking about how in 7th grade, when I got escorted to the police station after school because they found out I was prank calling local businesses as Ricky Pee-Pee. And when I walked in, the officer who was waiting there said with my mom to talk to me, if it isn't Ricky Pee-Pee, okay, why did they need to waste time and resources on a kid prank calling businesses? I don't believe that for a fucking second. I don't. Unless your mom set something up to scare you straight because she thought you were going to be a criminal or something. No, I'm sorry. I do not buy that they arrested you. No, I don't believe for a fucking second they arrested a 7th grader for prank calling places and using a name as silly as Ricky Pee-Pee, okay? It's not like it had naughty words in it or something, or racial slurs or weird shit like that. I guess it does depend on what you were saying after you introduced yourself. Chris, you're a liar. Look at this Toontown-ass chest of drawers. Thing looks like it's gonna hide my socks for me until I answer a riddle. I love it, but no way in hell would I ever be able to use it. It looks awful to use. Seen on a walk around the neighborhood. Ladies, what's your makeup routine? I'm looking for a new foundation, preferably liquid, but still matte. And now that the men have stopped reading, we riot at midnight. Oh, god damn it, you son of a bitch! Okay, that's fine. At least I finished reading it, so I'm prepared for the riot. Also, why does everyone have the same handwriting? Or rather, why do all white women have the same handwriting? Because that's my mom's handwriting. That's some random woman's handwriting. It's probably your handwriting too, isn't it? LMAO has survived the transition from early internet, and yet Raffle has not. Much to consider. Yeah, there was a small group of people on Twitter that wanted to bring Raffle back, and it died immediately. I'm sorry. ROFL died out with Rafflecopter. I'm sorry. It hit a certain zeitgeist, right? Meanwhile, the stupid band group, whatever you want to call them, LMFAO, actually had some bops. Okay, so I'm pretty sure they're the reason LMFAO or LMAO made it was because of that. It was because of them. Whether or not they meant to do that, there you go. One got Rafflecopter, really stupid and dumb. I mean, you like it when you're in middle school and high school, but then as you grow up, you go, wow, that's stupid. But LMFAO, which is a subsidiary, for lack of better terminology, of LMAO, some of that music's still pretty fun. Annoying? Sure. Was it overplayed? Hell yeah. But was it fun? Yeah. So I think that's your explanation. That's what we consider today. Science fact. It is impossible for a man to strap down any kind of load on a trailer without saying, that's not going anywhere, as he tightens the rope. Oh, I love doing the dad things. They're so funny. I make sure to go out of my way to do like that. If I put something in the trunk and close the trunk, yep, that ain't going nowhere. All right, gang, ready to skedoodle? You know, like, come on. If I have one consumer electronics recommendation, it's to never buy a new TV again. New TVs serve you ads and require software updates and talk at you. My 2009 flat screen had 2 ports and no internet and never broke, and it ruled. Yeah, but these devices do not last forever, unfortunately. And I'm pretty sure that these TVs are hackable, so you can just erase all that garbage if you spend... Well, I know there are a lot of tech illiterate people out there that would not be able to make use of this. I totally get it. But it's doable. You can get your kid to do it. You can get, your brother, sister. Someone out there will be able to destroy that TV in the best way possible for you. But yeah, the fact that there are no non-smart TVs left is pathetic. They got to stop that. Okay? Putting ads into every single facet of human existence is going to cause us all to just become terrorists at some point, man. I just learned how the founder of whipped cream died. This was in 1671. The founder of whipped cream? Wait, was it a company? According to a letter by Madame de Batel, was so distraught about the lateness of the seafood delivery and other mishaps that he committed suicide by running himself through with his sword, and his body was discovered when someone came to tell him of the arrival of the fish. He was just waiting for fish? Her? What do you do? Me? Remembering girls like bad boys? I sell drugs. Are you serious? Remembering girls like sensitive guys? To kids in need, of course. Oh, you nailed it, brother! Some big dude covered in tattoos smoking a cigar in front of my apartment. Hey, I don't know if anyone's ever told you, but you are phenomenal at parallel parking. I've seen you a few times, like, she ain't gonna make it, and then you do. Incredible. See, these are the types of compliments that, while unwarranted, people appreciate. Why? Because it's not creepy or weird. Man, you are the queen of parallel parking. Like, holy, you're amazing. Have a great day. That's the type of people appreciate. Getting a PhD, so when I get something in the mail that I've purchased, I can say, just what the doctor ordered, every single time until I die. Well, you've earned the right. Lukashenko's sons are respectively a Soviet propaganda poster guy and a watermelon seller in Ankara. When a Slav is born, God flips a coin. Are they from the same mom? Because I'm very curious about... Yeah, this is weird. No one would believe them at all. No one would believe that they were brothers. I'm assuming that they're half-brothers and mom looks very different per, son. Saw this yesterday. Okay, 20 pounds. She's back! Sold twice and returned twice. Are you brave enough? Oh, that's mean. I want to try. I want to see if I can make it. Every time I watch The Joy of Painting, 5 minutes in, yellow ochre? For a snow-covered mountain? All right, Bob Ross, this time you've really lost it. 15 minutes in. Bob Ross, you son of a bitch. I love that Sgt. Pepper is considered the first concept album, and the concept is, we are a band, and we are singing songs. Sony will make the best product on the market and call it something extremely intuitive like the WHMX-7400XME Plus. Yeah, they're pretty bad at names, but at least they're not Microsoft. Now, what I mean by at least they're not Microsoft is, man, the Xboxes could not have a stupider, more confusing scheme. I mean, for crying out loud, we got Xbox 360. Sure, there's an evolution. 720 would have been stupid, but there's an evolution there. But no. Xbox One. Okay, cool. Next generation, let's do Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S. Oh, but don't forget that we already had an Xbox One X. Meanwhile, over in Sony's court, you've got PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. You get the frickin' idea, man. A guy my age was telling me how happy he was that his wife just gave birth to their 4th child and was like, sorry, I don't mean to brag. It's like, oh, no worries, your life literally sounds terrible to me. Yeah, that just goes to show we're all different people, huh? Cereal is just cold soup. The ocean is soup. Certainly with the climate crisis it is. It was a soup before Amaranth revealed she has late-stage ovarian failure. Failure? Explain in League of Legends terms. The minions are no longer spawning. Okay then. That just feels weird. I think everyone should get off of this plane until Spider-Man gets here. Oh, yeah, you're right. My son just texted me this. I'm going to be sick. What time and place was I born? Stay away from that girl. Yeah, I was confused about it too. Apparently mom knows that it's a girl that follows horoscopes and star signs and stuff. Astrology? Yeah, astrology I'm pretty sure is what it's called. So mom's just, mom's really being real here. I appreciate that. One thing I've learned in animal rescue: if a stray cat starts clinging to you like a life raft, trying to break into your home, being incredibly affectionate and talkative, there's a pretty decent chance that cat is pregnant and is looking for a safe place to have her babies. They're not stupid. They know if they play their cards right, they'll get a warm, clean place to birth and nurse their kittens. Take your new best friend to the vet ASAP. That's a very good point. A 7-Eleven double gulp of Mountain Dew, 50 ounces of soda, or about 1.5 liters, has 192 grams of sugar. It contains 1 cup of sugar, or about 48 sugar cubes. Constantly amazed that everyone in America isn't simply dead. I thought they got rid of the double gulp and now you can just get the super gulp, you know? Plus, I do the healthy option of choosing a 0 sugar or diet soda. Then it has no sugar, right? I mean, come on. Sure, if I have one of those a day, though, I will develop cancer. I couldn't decide what colors I wanted, so I got them all. Damn, how's the color switch orders between pictures? What the hell? It's pretty impressive, I gotta say. It's like a magic trick, dude. I literally just looked up syrup one time, and now I have several ads about syrup. What the hell? Well, to be fair, the stupid ad algorithms are kinda stupid. It's easy to laugh now, but the situation at Burning Man is going to deliver so much generative disruption down the line. They're going to invent cannibalism and create an app for it called Eater. Multiple companies that market sharpened sticks will get 8-figure venture investment. Funniest part is he was right. Let's see. Man throws a brick at the window of a New York City gay bar. That form tell you it's a inside job. Robert Oppenheimer, hands clasped behind back, standing in front of the newly completed atomic bomb. Now I am become death, destroyer of worlds. Another scientist who worked on the project. Me too. You've all become destroyer of worlds. Twitter is 90% someone imagining a guy, tricking themselves into believing that guy exists, and then getting mad about it. That's just the internet in general, though, right? The Germans have a word for that. Bro, they just shoved 2 pre-existing words together to make a new word. We can do that too. Don't be so Deutschdazzled. Is it Deutschdazzled? I don't know. I don't really care. Incredible work, Becca. Welcome to Becca's wedding, featuring Jack. I hope they're both fine with that because, as I've said before, no, I'm sorry, the wedding is not just for the bride. It's not the bride's special day. It's the both of y'all's special day. But this seems like the type of thing that the husband would think is funny and cute and enjoy. So, you know, you win this round, cheese. Actually, that is a rectangle of cheese. A rectangle that I'm pissed off is not in front of me to eat right now. I'm sick and tired of seeing food that I don't get to have, okay?